Welcome to rainy Hampton Roads, Virginia. We're at Hampton Roads Executive doing a trader mission, and as you can see, the weather is not so good. We're doing some Neofly trading missions, and we're hauling a bunch of cargo all over the Hampton Roads area. I've already spent a little bit of time kind of mapping it out. If you want to kind of see how I do it, go check out my other video, Neofly Tips. You can make over $1 million in an hour worth of time. On that video, I was utilizing the where you hire pilots. But this one I'm going to do myself. I got some extra time, so show you our airport route. Let me jump in the airplane to make it a little bit quieter for you. Alright, so actually let me show you this first. Alright, so got a flight plan done to where we're starting out Hampton Roads. We're going to finish up at VA 56. Has me going all over the place, and that is because I'm starting out with Caviar, and then I gotta jump back to Chesapeake to pick up some phones. Then I'm gonna go around. I gotta buy some there and sell them, or buy them at. Yeah, okay. So sell them there. I'm gonna buy some more. Come up here and sell them. We'll sell the rest of them on these two, and then after that we can we'll have to see how much time we have left. I do have some missions up here for some old wine if we got the time. So, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully the weather will cooperate to at least allow us to sneak into these airstrips, because it is scattered. I guess I should show you that too. So, you can see we are at Hampton Roads. We got storms coming through the area, and they're moving to the northeast. So, although it is not great weather, visibility is showing kind of bad, but the bases aren't too bad. Overcast 900, overcast 1000, overcast 800. Luckily this whole area is very flat, so I'm approaching this more as a game when doing this. This would not be a good thing to do. You would have to take more time to file instruments and do the procedures and everything, but obviously since there's not good air traffic control in this area, live ATC, then we'll do it this way. But what I'm going to plan on doing is doing a lot of scud running. Suffolk is the only airport left in my list that has instrument approaches, so pretty much I'm doing the majority of this just VFR. So we'll see. I may have to skip some airports. I may have to reconfigure, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so starting balance is, so I've already bought some goods. I had a mission before this. I had some technical issues, so I already bought the Caviar, and I also bought some others, put it in the warehouse, moved to Citation here for another mission, upcoming video, hint hint. And so my starting balance was $39,630,062. So use that as a starting point, and then you'll see where we wind up at the end. So let's get loaded up to go to Suffolk. SFQ. Alright, so I've already got the caviar for Suffolk, and I'm just going to verify this. Yep, 1055, 1055 quantity. So we're good to go there. So we're going to fly it, and I got it on the Caravan. Yep, 9 nautical miles, short hop. So I just need to load the payload and crank up. So I need 1,225 pounds. All right. $1,255 divided by 9 slots or 9 seats that are in the back. And the seats will be pulled. So, all right, 139.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today. Purchased goods are coming for loading.
Alright, so now we will crank up. Yep, good to go there. Let me check my fuel. So I got minimal fuel, so I will fill up at Suffolk. Well, not fill up, but all the way, but I will get some more Jet A in the tanks. Okay, so fuel valves are open. Battery on.
TOS system test. Okay.
Good, good, good. Thing in the green. Starters on. Looking for 12%. We got it.
Transporter, loading goods.
Looking for 50%. The starter will be turned off, and then we'll go to high idle. Put them in normal. Avionics 2's coming on. Nav, strobe.
Transporter from dispatch.
Go
All
ahead and
goods
get
are
these
loaded.
on.
Let's go to the next market.
Get rid of that. Just my avionics lighting. Alright, good with that. Alright, so altimeter is 29990, got that from SkyVector. They match. Alright, so we're gonna go direct. Whoop. Sierra, Foxtrot, Quebec. Alright, so that looks good, that looks good. Trim set. First notch of flaps is in. Area is clear. The wind is 030 at 10. So that puts us taking off on runway 10. Alright. Hope you can duck. Ouch. Look at that. I've never noticed that before. Wonder if that's a user or what, but not a good day. Take one good look at that windsock. Crosswind, but yeah, I'll still taxi down to runway 10. All green lights in Neofly. Come down here and do final checks. Controls are free and clear. We'll do heats at the end of the runway. There's a speed bump on the taxiway. Check the prop, go into beta, make sure everything's working okay. Because I do have some relatively short grass runways on my flight plan, so I want to make sure that things are working properly. Brakes are working good, they're both working fine. Heat is on. Shouldn't need any other ice. It's pretty warm. I am good with everything else. Let's go flying. Crosswind from the left, got the correction in.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
Alright, Suffolk is behind me. So I'll make a left turn out and go direct. 400 feet, flaps up. want to go high. So I'm going to keep it low and slow. Do not want to lose contact with that ground. I also don't want to make contact with the ground. Feet. Let's see what that does. Get trimmed. Man, it's just a nasty day. Horrible day to fly, but it's good to show off the sim and the weather, because this is very, very, very realistic. This is what it looks like on rainy days. They're kind of in and out of the cloud and the rain, and they can play tricks on you. You're like, oh yeah, it's clear. And of course the rain shower's right over top of the runway. It can play tricks on you. But the good thing is rain moves. So a lot of times if you got enough fuel on board, you can just wait it out. That is a plan for today. Alright, so we're on course. Trim set right, it just keeps wanting to creep up. Nose wants to creep up. So, checking the runways in Suffolk. We got two of them. 04 and 22 and 07 and 25. So, looks like 04. Which one's the longer one? 04. Alright, so 04 is going to be my choice. There is the airport, so I'll keep a tight pattern. Go one notch of flaps.
500.
This is going to be tough because if I had to make a tight turn, this is where Neofly kind of freaks out, discounts you for dropping off cargo. But I'm definitely going to have to be careful to not lose sight of the runway. Alright, so trimming, trimming, trimming. Alright, so I'm on a right downwind. There's the runway. Alright. Trim is just so sensitive. I have to trim it such a wide range. And normally you have a pretty large wheel. You can make large adjustments like that. Obviously I just got a button that I'm doing, so. Full flaps. Make too much. Alright, speed looks good. Runway's right there. Yep. Wind looks good. Coming pretty much down the runway. I like it. Definitely not the way you would do it in the real life, but again, approaching today as if it's like a game, or as like a game.
Goods.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that landing, given the circumstances.
Transporter, unloading goods, stand by.
Heat's off. Let's go check to see what it looks like. $195 vertical speed. I'm good with that. We should be able to sell everything and should not have lost anything. Okay. So I think the next one's a deadhead. Yep, back to Chesapeake.
Transporter from dispatch, all goods unloaded. You can sell them to the market.
Alright. Sell them. Boom. Okay. So now we're going back to Chesapeake. This is a deadhead run, so I'm pretty much just going to pick up whatever they say to make some gas money. These purchases don't move the needle, but alright, so fly it. Chesapeake, 13 nautical miles. We'll go right across the Great Dismal Swamp here. That is one place you do not want to like have an emergency, because there's literally nothing out there except the swamp. So I always stayed a little bit higher altitude coming back in the Chesapeake when I used to fly out of there. Alright, so we need 2,211 pounds. And, oh, I forgot. Need fuel. And yes, I know, normally you would shut down. I get it. But in the sake of time. I don't want to buy that much weight. Yep, 500 some pounds. Okay, try this again. Fly it, connect. Alright, so I need 2211. Yeah, 2211. So it's 246 station.
Transporter from dispatch.
Oh, well.
Trading fly today. Purchased
off a
goods
little
are
bit.
coming for loading.
Okay.
Transporter, loading goods.
Kilo Charlie, Papa, Kilo.
Transporter from dispatch. All goods are loaded. Let's go to the next market.
Get the GPS set up, autopilot set up. Go out to runway 4. All green lights in Neofly. I flew an SR-20 Cirrus in here a few times when I was doing the checkout in it. And for some reason, it just seems so short in the Cirrus, but in reality, it's a really long runway. It's just an optical illusion, and new airplane. The feeling of it was just, I don't know. I just remember that feeling of, man, does not feel like there's enough runway. All right, so heats are on. Flight controls are good. Everything is set up. Neofly is good to go. We are ready for departure. So I have the GPS or the autopilot set up for 1,500 feet altitude. We'll see how the clouds are. We may not go up that high. I may hit the scud run again at 500, but we'll see.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
And I guess I'm a little bit more comfortable going up to altitude, going into Chesapeake, because I know that there is an ILS going in there if I need it. All right, flaps up. bugs set up in case I need it. Let me see if it's fixed. Yeah, it is fixed. Good. Okay. So it syncs with push the button. Cool. Alright, so another short flight. Still got the ground, so if we need to go down to 500, we will. No obstacles between us and Chesapeake. Power back a little bit. Nine miles to go. Solid IMC right now. And let me reiterate, this is not the right way to do this. Don't try to do this without an instrument rating and knowing a ton about weather and the limitations of you and the airplane. This is more of a fun game aspect of this, that, you know, I need to fly into these airports in Neofly in order to sell these goods because the other airports are not buying them. So it's more of a challenge to just see if you can do it. Plus it showcases the weather of the sim. So let's go ahead and ascend. Let's see if we can see what the clouds are looking like around Chesapeake. Saw the ground there for a second, but I'm also chasing daylight. I've probably only got about 45 minutes of daylight left, and Chesapeake is my last airport that is, you know, paved and lighted, so it's not going to be easy to find the other ones if it gets too dark. See the airport. So we're going to swing around, land on runway 5. First notch of flaps. We'll just do an extended left base for runway 5 over here. Swing this guy around so I can see. see the rabbit. Speed looks good. Go full flaps. So I flew out of here a lot when I lived in this area for work. Rented a lot of airplanes. So my goal is there is a taxiway that's about 1,500 feet up. That is my turnoff. That was always my goal, no matter what type of aircraft I was flying out of here. Because a lot of times I would fly to a grass runway, and I never wanted to get spoiled with this nice 4,000 foot runway. In this case, I also need to make a soft landing.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking to unload goods.
There we go. I'm really nervous about the next set of airports. It's going to be tough to find the runways. I just know it.
Transporter, unloading goods. Stand by.
Off. Vertical speed at 98. Good with that. Alright, so now we're off to Three Victor Alpha 8.
Transporter from dispatch. All goods unloaded. You can sell them to the market.
Sell all these. Boom. 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 Alright, so yep. So I'm just buying phones. Buy all the phones. It looks like I can buy cigarettes as well. Make sure I can make an extra 40 grand. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so 1779. Yep, 3V8 8.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today. Purchased goods are coming for loading.
Alright, so I already got the weight in there, and I'm just gonna reduce my weight, so 1779
Transporter, loading goods.
divided by 9, so 198 pounds per station. Should be good.
dispatch. All goods are loaded. Let's go to the next market.
Right. Yep, good to go. Let's check to make sure. Yes, got. Yep. Okay. All right, so the pain in the rear end with this GPS is it wants to go back to the original place where you started the direct to, which is not correct. It always, all Garmin GPSs you hit direct to and the GPS knows where you're at. So 1, 2, 3. For some reason the cursor's not working. So I gotta go in there, delete the flight plan, then go to direct, then go and type in the destination. Okay. Alright, so this airport let me get some stats on it before I get in the air. It's 2,600 feet of grass. The runways are north-south. So we'll be landing most likely on 180. So yeah. Alright, so we are good to go. Everything's set up. Parking brakes off. Flaps at first notch. Beta works. Alright. Heats are on.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
Flaps coming up. Autopilot's on. So we got 20 miles to go. cruise climb. Hoping we'll break out of this soon. Check radar. There's other storms behind it, so I don't know. I think we're going to be fighting this type of weather all day. Looking at that. Alright, let me get the heading bugs set up just in case we need it. Just can't see anything, especially as the sun gets lower in the sky. It messes with your depth perception and everything. It's a very difficult time to fly. And I don't have the safety net on these airports that I can just, dial any ILS or program the GPS for a GPS approach. It's either VFR approach or nothing. So I'm hoping that I'll break out of this and get to some clear air. But we'll see. Because it looks, you could see through it. I don't have rain on the windscreen now. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'm going into a pocket. That would be nice. Yeah, we'll just leave this up. I could fly all day like this. About a 3 mile, 4 mile visibility. You can do this, no problem at all. Alright, so we're 8 miles away. Go ahead and descend down to altitude that'll make it a little bit easier to find the airport. Normally I stay high if I've never been to the airport, but in this case, won't be able to see it. I've never flown into this airport ever, real life or in the sim, so definitely a little nervous about what I'll find, if trees will be on the runway, and if the elevation is flat. Just have no clue. Nice houses down there on the water. Alright, so 4 nautical miles out. Alright. Is that it right there? I'm still 3 nautical miles out though. That was not it. See that rain right behind? Hopefully it's on the other side where the airport's at. Cross my fingers. You can see the visibility is outstanding here. Oh man, it's gonna be close. The tough part is that if the visibility is low, I don't have runway lights as it's something to kind of track. So as I'm doing my turns on downwind and base and everything, I can't. I think I see the runway. I may not be able to find the runway very easily if I lose it. I think that's it right there. Yeah. First launch of flaps in. This turbine's so nice you can just dump the power out of it and I don't have to worry about shock cooling it. Switch to the other side.
500.
Whoop. Just the trim. I had to go around. Making way too wide of a base turn. And it's showing that I need to land to the north based on the wind on my GPS right here. Okay. That makes sense. I was taking off on runway 5 at the other one, so I miscalculated that from the other landings I had. Runway in sight. Overshot the center line, but better than the first approach. I'm glad I didn't proceed because the wind would have been 12 knots, 11 knots on my tail. Just can't tell. Guess the runway is right here, maybe.
Transporter from dispatch, go to the parking to unload goods. Transporter, unloading goods, stand by.
Alright. Neofly's up. .104 vertical speed. Good with that. Alright, so next one. I think I'm buying more here. So I'll be selling the cigarettes. And I'm going to
Transporter from
62
dispatch, all goods
Victor
unloaded.
Alpha.
You can sell them to the market.
Victor Alpha. Okay, so sell these. Boom. And then I'll buy all of these. I'll buy the medicine as well. Make some gas money. Fuel is okay for right now. So we're gonna fly. And I need goods is $13.97. So switch back over here. $13.97. 155. I think we're good. Connect and fly.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today.
Okay, I don't know
Purchased
what I
goods
keep
are
doing
coming
there,
for
but
loading.
alright, so same procedure. Whoops.
Transporter,
Same
loading goods.
menu. I'm just counting how many slots it is to go down to delete flight plan. So I'm going to 62 Victor Alpha. Okay. So 62 Victor Alpha.
Transporter from dispatch. All goods are loaded.
Is
Let's go
2,200
to the
feet,
next market.
runway 9 and 27, so definitely looking at runway 9. And that's it. Alright, let me make sure where the runway is at here. sure I'm not missing something. I think it's where I landed. So we'll just back taxi down there and take off. Alright, takeoff flaps are in. You can tell by the grass. The grass is taller on the right than on the left. That this is the runway right here. At least what they have, you know, modeled in the sim. And I would not want to be taxiing or landing a caravan on a wet grass runway on a day like today. It would just turn into a plow. And I'd have an angry airport owner wondering why I'm messing up his beautiful runway. Alright, so heats are on. 62 Victor Alpha is to the south, so it'll be a left turn out. Departure to the south.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
That was coming up. Whoa, what is this thing doing? There we go. Alright. Alright, so we got about 9 miles, so we're not going to go all the way up to 1500. We're going to drop back down to 1000. Because I think that beacon, no, that's not the right one. It's not the right direction. We don't have far to go, so I might as well just stay at 1000. And, heading bug set up. Into the soup again. Unfortunately, it looks like this could be socked in when I get there. So if it's like this, then we'll have to drop down to 500, circle the field, see what we can find. Hopefully it's got a clear approach to where we have to find it, but this is not going to be an easy one. Alright, so we're 2 miles out, visibility is horrible, so drop down to 500. Man, this is sketchy. Alright, I'm a mile out. I got nothing. So the offset to the right a little bit with the heading bug. I just jumped from nav to heading. I'm flying over it right now. Yep, that's it right there. Alright, so I don't know how I'm gonna find this once I turn around. Don't get slow, Rob. Don't get slow. That's it right there. Alright, so circle over the field one more time. And then we'll just do a tight turn to final. So here's the airport right there. Man, I can't see anything. I lost the airport. I don't know where it's at. I am just guessing. I don't know exactly where this airport is at right now. Oh, there it is right there. Not gonna be able to make it over to it. But I can circle, and I think I can make it on my next approach. Trying to make it as tight as I can without messing with the cargo. Alright, so here we go. I think this is it. Hopefully there's not trees.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking to unload goods.
Whew. That was not fun. Just shows you how much we take ILSs and RNAV approaches for granted. It's the only way to fly in weather like this. Go down to the hangar. Or the barn, whatever it is in real life.
Transporter. Unloading goods. Stand by.
Well, I was all over it, circling around. Vertical speed 86. Could do that. Alright, so we're going to 31 Victor Alpha next.
Transporter from dispatch. All goods unloaded. You can sell them to the market.
Wait for it to load. So this will be the one that I'll need to make sure I don't buy too many phones. Okay. So get rid of the medicine. See ya. Okay. So we currently have 2,064 phones. So 31 Victor Alpha is going to buy 1603 of them. And then Victor Alpha 33 is gonna buy 589. Minus 2064. So we only need to buy 128. And we'll be able to sell everything. So one tip when you're trying to get the right quantities, you can use your arrow keys on your keyboard to fine tune it. 128. Yes. Okay. And we could buy some cigarettes as well. Make an extra 32 grand. And let's check. Let's throw some, well, they wouldn't have fuel at an airport like this, so just leave it. Leave it. Okay. Alright, so let's fly it. This is a pretty neat little runway. It's private, paved, right on the Chesapeake Bay. Nice and long. Or right on the James River, I should say. That feeds right into the Chesapeake Bay here. So it's pretty cool. So 22 nautical miles. Current payload, we need 2259. So let me see if I can do this right the first time here. 2259 divided by 9 stations is 251 pounds per station.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today. Purchased goods are coming for loading.
Okay. Got it.
Transporter, loading goods.
Alright, all green lights in Neofly. Alright, so let's go ahead and whoop. No, keep the park and brake on until they're done.
Transporter from dispatch. All goods are loaded. Let's go to the next market.
Alright, park and brakes off. Heat's on. Flight controls are free. Get the trim set up. Takeoff flaps are in. GPS. So we're going to 31 Victor Alpha. There. Good to go. straight out departure to the northeast, or really to the north.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
Right. Flaps coming up. Turning north. And autopilot on. Get the heading bug set up in case I need it. Okay. We are on our way. So now is when we're going to start really making some money. Then we'll see if we still got enough daylight to jump into old wine, or if we're going to have to conclude it. But I think we can. I think we'll make it. Alright, so let's check the weather. See. So it looks like it's in a pocket now. Well, not really. So we may have the same scenario with it being in the yellow area, which is usually heavy precip. That's not good to fly into. What I've experienced with a lot of these weather radars is, or at least the XM radars as well as the ADS-B radars, that you can get to show up on an iPad or on your multifunction display. Green, it's just rain on the windscreen typically. There's usually not a lot of convection with it, so yellow and red stay far away. But that's just what I've seen so far. Don't take that to the bank or anything like that, but. And they're pretty accurate. I mean, they're delayed by a few minutes, but it's amazing how they're representative. And this, with it so pixelated, this looks like ADS-B. If this was XM, it would be a lot smoother. A lot like if you just go online and pull up a weather radar. XM is much closer to that, has a few more features, and it just looks better. ADS-B is a lot more older technology. Just what it looks like. It's more pixelated. It's not as detailed, and it's just tougher to decipher sometimes. But if you have it on board, it's better than nothing. Alright, so 15 nautical miles out. Sure be nice if if we could find the airport in this pocket, but I already know the answer to that. There's no way. I wouldn't be that lucky. And it's depicting it just inside of that, so. But it might be easier to find it because I'll be able to come out here in this pocket, get my bearings, and then approach it that way, so. Alright, so the runways are basically north-south. So I'll be landing to the north. We're so close. I see the runway. I guess they do have lights, which is awesome. Right on the edge of that rain shower. Full flaps.
500.
Looking for 80. Wind is right off my nose.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking to unload goods.
I don't want to back taxi the whole way, so just go ahead and spin it around and go ahead and get the trim and everything set up. Get the heats off.
Transporter, unloading goods, stand by.
Alright. Go ahead and get this set up while that's thinking, and then we'll check out the results. Load up the next cargo. Alright, now we're going to Victor Alpha 33.
Transporter from dispatch, all goods unloaded, you can sell them to the market.
.5 is the vertical speed. Alright, so market. Going to Victor Alpha 33. Alright, so they're buying 1603. Sell those. Sell these. And I got 421 left. Okay. Whoa. Okay. That works too. I think that was a little glitch, but whatever. Because I don't have any to go to Victor Alpha 33 now. Alright, so we'll go ahead and buy this stuff, make a little gas money. Victor Alpha 33 is not far at all. So hopefully the rain will stay away. Okay, so good. Connect and fly.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today. Purchased goods are coming for loading.
Okay.
Transporter, loading goods.
Everything's good. Ready to go.
Transporter from dispatch. All goods are loaded. Let's go to the next market.
Parking brakes off. Speed's alive. It's gonna be a left turn out.
transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
Let's have a little fun. Pop out over the James River here. Alright, we'll put it on autopilot just so we can focus on looking for the airport. Current altimeter in this area is 2994. That's awesome, the clouds covering up the sun. That is awesome. If I was flying in a mountainous area, I'd be very concerned. I would think that there's a large hill between me and that sun. Alright, 3 nautical miles out. Alright, so we got 2,500 feet, runway 9er is what we're looking at. So it's gonna be, we're gonna be coming, it's gonna be facing orientated in that direction. Notch of flaps in to get my angle of attack a little bit better. Probably fly right over top of it and then swing around and land. It's going to be a crosswind landing. I think that's it right here. Yeah, looks like it. Got a break in the trees there so that I'll help the approach a little bit. Autopilot away. Oh, that wind is pushing me. Gonna overshoot it probably. Definitely overshot it. We'll see, this might be a go around. Yeah. Got to get better at my base to final turn. Keep overshooting the center line. These big heavy Cessnas, they take a little bit to turn, and you gotta judge the wind correctly. So this is where you lose reference with the airport if you're not careful. Alright, so now I'm going to turn in toward it. Alright, comfortable. Alright, really strong crosswind from the left. Crosswind corrections in, speeds a little slow but good for 2,600 feet of runway.
Transporter from dispatch, go to the parking to unload goods.
Get the prop out of beta. Not the smoothest landing, but not bad either. See what it actually
Transporter,
is.
unloading goods, stand by.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and do this real quick. Head over to 92 Victor Alpha. Gloucester.
Transporter from dispatch, all goods unloaded. You can sell them to the market.
.222 vertical speed, so yeah, a little higher than the others, but that's okay. Alright, so 92 Victor Alpha. So we're selling these. Boom. Boom. Okay, so now we're done with phones. We're on to old wine. As long as the sun doesn't put us out of business. So 92 Victor Alpha is, I think, where are you? Okay, so 92 Victor Alpha is buying 1314. Just do some quick math here to make sure I know how much to buy. I think I'm just buying the whole everything here. So VA 33, 1070. So we're only going to be able to sell 1314, 2291. We have 1070 here. That leaves 1221 remaining. And so we'll buy the remainder at Whiskey 94 and then finish up at 0 Victor Alpha 9. Okay. Got it. So we're buying all of this. And that is it. So we're getting bingo on fuel, so we'll go ahead and add some fuel to it. I realized that this place would probably not have Jet A. Work with me. Okay. Alright, so I need 1605.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today. Purchased goods are
Do
coming for loading.
1775 is the total needed. Or 1605. Yeah, 1605.
Transporter. Loading goods.
Okay. $16.05 divided by 9. 179 per station. Alright, cool.
Transporter from dispatch. All goods are loaded. Let's go to the next market.
So we're 20 miles away. Heat's on. Let's get there before the sun gets too far down. Takeoff flaps set. Trim being set. Autopilot's already pretty much set up. Just gotta get vertical speed in there. Okay. All green lights in Neofly. Left turn out. Crosswind for my left.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
Time's coming up. Autopilot on. This is going to be a rush to try to hit 3 more airports in the time left, but we'll see. This is where we can make a lot of money because we're in old wine territory now, so that's a high return good. Let's see what radar is telling us to expect when we get there. This is going to be a tough one to find. Great. It's definitely pretty. Very ominous. This day definitely lived up to what I thought it was going to be. So that's good. Alright, so it's 3,100 feet. Runways are 15 and 33. So we'll probably be landing on 33. And so it's orientated like this. We got 12 nautical miles to go. I have to say this is the perfect airframe for this type of mission set. You know, the TBM would have struggled getting into some of these airports. The 172 and the Bonanza and others couldn't carry the same cargo as this. It's definitely, this is his forte, this is his playground. Passing over Gloucester. Nope, not yet. We're going to be passing over Yorktown. We're flying to Gloucester. I think that's part of the military base there. The Naval Weapons Station.
500. 500. 500. 500.
Tell there's a little bit of rolling terrain underneath me. Just messing with the radar altimeter. See it going up and down. Four miles out, and if it's like this, this is gonna be tough. Might just have to call it after this one because of the sunlight. If I find the airport. 3 miles out. So we're over the James River now. Or the York River. It's the York River. Yes, York River. Great 4th of July fireworks. They do them right on the river. Awesome to see if you ever get around here. Out, so looking for land. This is just a farm, so there's no talent. 1 nautical mile out. Man, I can't see anything. I think that's it right there. Nope. Oh, there it is.
500.
Can't see anything. I cannot see anything. I feel like I'm in full IMC. may have to wait this out
500.
'cause I can't see anything. So that's the field. Runway's off the field. I have no clue where I'm actually landing. Runway should be to my left here. Yep, there it is. Whoop. Too slow, too slow, too slow. Way too slow. Oof. That was too close. I think I got an idea of where I need to set up for the approach. Where's the houses? Okay, here we go.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking to unload goods.
Yep, this is gonna be the last stop of the night. We made it. See what the vertical speed is, but we made it.
Transporter, unloading goods. Stand by.
Stall warning. See, I still don't get that. If you land at a full stall right before you touch down, it should be a good landing. And that was actually before. No. Maybe that was the one before where I almost augured us into the ground. But
Transporter from dispatch. All goods unloaded. You can sell them to the market.
alright. All right. So this could be a little. I had to probably finish with the ending balance after my next video that I'm gonna do. But we're ending tonight or today with 38,546,589, and so I got a ton of caviar stored at Hampton Roads Executive from some earlier stuff that I was doing, and we're gonna be taking the citation CJ4 for submission. So that's gonna be the next video. So like, subscribe, check it out. Let me know in the comments if you like what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. This is my way of kind of staying engaged with aviation, since I can't do it in the real world. So we'll see you on the next one.